We're here at Lucasarts to have a look at their 3 new games, LEGO Indiana Jones, Fracture and Star Wars The Force Unleashed.
Star Wars The Force Unleashed is the next chapter in the Star Wars saga. It puts you in the role of Darth Vader's secret apprentice during the dark times between Episode 3 and Episode 4 as you hunt down the last of the Jedi. As Darth Vader's secret apprentice, you have access to a wide array of force powers that are amped up, over the top, totally out of control. That's where we get the name The Force Unleashed. We built The Force Unleashed internally here at Lucasarts for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 using technology that we created in-house over the last several years. It includes a brand new engine that we built from the ground up specifically for this game, and some brand new simulation technologies that we worked with some third-party companies, a company called Natural Motion in Oxford, England, and a company called PixelX Entertainment here in California to integrate into our engine in order to create a much more authentic environment. So some of the new technologies we've integrated into The Force Unleashed include Euphoria, which again is a technology we worked on with a company called Natural Motion. And Euphoria is true biomechanical AI. It gives all of our characters a central nervous system and a set of automatic reflex reactions. So if I pick up a crate and I throw it at a stormtrooper, he might try and dive out of the way or duck. If I use force grip to grab him, he might try and grab onto something to hold on so he can't be kind of flung to his death. So that really enhances the experience and the replayability. We also have a technology called digital molecular matter, or DMM, integrated into the game, and that simulates the way the materials behave in the real world based on real world properties. So we have metal that bends and dents like metal, and glass that shatters like glass, and wood that splinters like wood. And again, that just creates a much more interactive and authentic environment as you're using these big over-the-top force powers. We focus very heavily on a single-player, story-driven experience for The Force Unleashed, but on the Wii version, we do have a robust dual mode that allows you to go head-to-head using the Wii mode and the nunchuck. We also have original content on the PS2 version of the game that allows you to go to the Jedi Temple. We have historic missions on the PSP version of the game, so every version of the game offers its own unique features and content. So on the Wii, we really focused, obviously, a lot on the control scheme. We have the Wiimote, which you can wield like a lightsaber, and we didn't want to create a one-to-one lightsaber sim because we felt that that would be too hardcore, too inaccessible for people. We really wanted to make it a really fluid combat system. So if you swing the lightsaber left, it will go left. If you swing it right, it'll go right. You can go up, down, you can stab, but you can really combine those in a very fluid way to create some very exciting combos. And then we have the nunchuck that gives you access to a lot of your force powers, so things like force push and grip and being able to manipulate things in the environment. And then by combining the two with various gestures, you can create a lot of really exciting combinations. You might charge up your lightsaber with force lightning, for example, or you might do a lightsaber attack and end it with a big force push to send your enemy flying. And that idea of these lightsaber plus force power combos is something that we have on all of the platforms, but on the Wii, it's done through combining the motions with the different controllers. And again, it's meant to be a very accessible, easy to pick up and play experience, and not something that you have to, learn a lot of fighting techniques in order to master. We did develop a completely original story for this game. Again, we are telling a brand new story set between episodes 3 and 4, so between the two trilogies. That's a really rich time period. It hasn't really been mined at all. There hasn't been a lot of other stories told there. So we really got to kind of set the foundation for what goes on in that time period. And again, the story revolves a lot around Darth Vader and a lot of the other signature characters, and there's some big events that feed into what happens in episode 4. So I think there's some nice twists and turns that should surprise, the fans of the film, certainly. Are we not saying anything about that at this point? We're not talking anything about that at this point. You play the game as Darth Vader's secret apprentice. That's the main character in the game. That's the story that you follow. But there are some surprises in the story as well.